Hello, hello. All right, guys. So we're doing something a little differently today. Um, I have my little canvas here, and I just have some little like marker thingies. And hello, hello, welcome in. So one of the things that I did was I just did the daily energy for Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone who's celebrating underneath my profile. And what I decided to do is take a little green marker here and do a reading. So it talks about November, trust, money was coming up, the energy of Christmas, the importance of, I felt like kind of new energy coming in, working on things in the now, etc. So what's interesting is I just kind of came up with the words and then saw what came through using clairvoyance. So I was also getting, for some people, just this collective energy right now. It feels like some people were thinking a little bit too optimistic in some ways and not kind of doing the work, and then other people kind of looking at things from a negative perspective. So welcome in, guys. So we're doing free readings. So if you're a subscriber, we always prioritize you. We spend a little bit more time and energy on you. We do readings and healings in this space. It's always a little bit different. Sometimes I'll do a coffee cup reading, card readings, but I feel into my energy what you're experiencing. So right now I'm feeling a lot of energy in my stomach today. So if you're feeling like your sacral chakra is a little off, this could be related to some family stuff. This could be related to feeling overwhelmed, things like that. So obviously if you are celebrating Thanksgiving today, this is a day that is meant to be celebrated. So making sure you're having a good time and things like that. No idea what time it is there, but we're here to do free reading. So if you have a question or if you want a message, just let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep doing some collective energy. Again, if you want to know what this is all about, it's underneath my profile. Okay. I also have some specials going on right now. So for 35 Canadian, you can get a 15-minute Zoom reading and healing with me. When I say healing, I do energy work, I do theta healing, I go into your Akashic records, and I teach tools, which is great. So my background's in psychology. I'm also a yoga instructor, reflexologist, sound healer, all the million things. Will Joe and I be in a committed relationship if I connect with him? So I'm going into Joe. Joe and I be in a committed relationship. One thing that comes up is there's a lot of worry in this situation. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It feels like there's a lot of pain in the past, because when I see the word reconnect, I'm not sure again what the energy was between you guys, but that's kind of my concern is the past energy here. It feels like there might be some negativity from things that have happened between you guys, and so I think that's where the fear is coming up. So even what I'm doing here, it feels like there's a need for healthy energy. So again, if you're going to make this work, it needs to be healthy. And I kind of feel like something happened in the past that made you question that sort of thing. And so you definitely need to feel reassured this time around with this person. And so making sure you're communicating really clearly what your needs are and see if you're on the right path, okay, that way. But if you let that person know, here's my needs, see how they respond to you around that, okay? Because I don't feel like the ship has sailed, but it's definitely, you've got to anchor down with this person, which is what you want to do, but they need to know where you're at and what you need. I don't really feel like they understand, okay? So let them know. Obviously, communication is key. Does anybody else have a question? If you're a subscriber, we always go and do a deeper reading. Just doing something a little bit different because often I will pull up cards and we use different tools, right? So we can work with stones, we can work with crystals, we can do dream interpretation. I work with herbs as well. I do tea leaves. You're welcome. Please make sure you're following as well, especially if you're asking for a reading. I come on here randomly as well at different times. If you're a subscriber, again, you always get a reading and healing. So right now I'm kind of creating the schedule to be coming on around this time and then hopping on as I feel people are calling my energy in. And again, if you click my link tree, in my profile, you'll see that I have a YouTube channel, I have a membership group, I have lots of free resources and things like that, okay? So would anyone like a message? You're probably like, what the hell is this girl doing? So intuitive art is something that I do, but I want to start painting. So doing free readings here, we're just gonna go with the flow with what comes through. I'm getting a Jamaican vibe here for some reason. And so it's interesting in the daily reading. So again, watch that underneath my profile. I already did these words, but I wrote down yellow in this. So again, you might be a person who has premonitions. Let me know if this relates to you. Do you have premonitions? Do you dream and then things happen? Do you feel like something's bad is going to happen? You get that pit in your stomach, as I was already talking about the energy of the stomach, and then something does. Like, do you feel like you also have psychic gifts? Let me know if that relates to you. So the reason why the Jamaican energy is coming up, some food is definitely coming up. It is Thanksgiving for many people today. Good morning. So let me know what you are grateful for. We're just doing intuitive readings today, so let me know if you have a question or if you would like one. And so we're just kind of seeing what comes through with our colors. These aren't even, this isn't even paint, these are just markers, but I wanted to write some words down today on my canvas before I paint this, and I think I'll just keep continuing to pull this out whenever I feel called. As my dog barks. So yes, it is fun. Will my XT come back? 1 second, Georgie. My dog wants to go to, I guess I might have to might have to let him come back. Will my XT come back? So we'll just do this one and then I'll go let my dog out. And I'll come right back. It's interesting. I'm almost seeing a cross in that when you use the energy of T. It feels like it's just there's not a connection, there's not a togetherness, okay? And so that's my little concern for you here is it just feels like, yes, it's not aligning, okay? So that's kind of why I feel like you'd have to do a lot of work to make this work. That's all I'm going to say. And if you're willing to put in the effort, you can keep working at it, but it just doesn't feel like it's syncing up or lining up for you naturally. And so I prefer myself anyway for things to be able to go with the flow. And again, that came up in our daily reading a bit here as well. So feel free to watch that. So guys, I'm going to pause this video, let my dog out if you can't hear him barking already. Come up with your question, write it down in the comments. I'll go back into the comments and pull somebody out, okay? So be right back. Come up with your question, write it down in the comments. I'll go back into the comments and pull somebody out, okay? So be right back. So if you're just hopping in, be like, what the heck is she doing? I'm just doing some intuitive readings here. Just using some color today. I'm just feeling into people's energy. So I'm an empath, psychic, medium, and so I am clairvoyant, clairaudient. All of the clairs, if you don't know what the heck that means, it's basically how we use our senses. All right. Hello, Bianca. Welcome in. If there's any other subscribers in here, we're going to focus on you too. So I was sensing a lot of, I'm going to call you B here, okay? I was sensing a lot of fear coming up for people when I had to go let my dog out there. I was sensing some anger as well, so be careful of that. These are, again, happy Thanksgiving to everybody if you're just hopping on. So yeah, it was just like a lot of negative energy, honestly. And so I think sometimes around Thanksgiving, I'm gonna put Tink's name in here as well. Yeah, there's like a lot going on, you know? Not everybody's in the same place at the same time. I'm gonna call you TI. Good morning, welcome in. Just using my inner child today because that came up for someone's reading yesterday, and she was feeling like she couldn't, you know, feed her inner child and be like successful. Hello, Tina. You've been on my mind a lot lately, actually. And I'm gonna put you in pretty pink today, okay? Anyway, she felt like she couldn't tap into that inner child, so of course when I do the healings and clearings on other people, I steal some of those healings and clearings too. So sure enough, working on the inner child, boom! In comes the color, in comes the canvas, and things like that. So this isn't paint, this is just markers, so you know. So you have been sick. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully not tremendously sick. Hopefully just like, you know, what other people have been picking up. Sending you so much love. So Bianca, if you're here, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Just let me know. Yes, finally feeling better. Awesome. So Bianca, are you here? And we're going to focus on you. This is our list. Bianca, Tink, Tina. If you want to become a subscriber, you get a reading and healing every single time. So if Bianca's not here right away, then we're going to hop over to Tink, okay? And then we'll do Tina. Sound good? Hello, what is this today? Vicky, I'm going to put you on the list here as well. You're going in yellow. We're just playing around. We're doing some intuitive art today. Playing with some colors. And just see what happens. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'll probably paint over it too. Today's energy reading was actually this. There were some words in there like trust, that sort of thing. Okay, so Tink, what is your question? So it's kind of funny, collective energy, then like the readings we just did, I had to pause the video. Then we went over here to our subscribers, so even that is like kind of interesting how spirit kind of does things, right? Here's my puppy dog. He's grumpy because he's saying, "You didn't let me out in time." So, Tink, what is your question? Do you just want me to focus on you? Because that, as of right now, that's what I'm going to do to keep the energy moving. Okay. Okay, so Tink, you're up. You're here. So one of the things that comes up here is there's a lot of stuff that was said from the past, and it still feels like recent past that you're not completely feeling secure about, okay? And so my concern for you here is you deserve to feel safe, you just deserve to feel healed and whole. And I think sometimes you feel like things are falling apart when they actually could be working out in your favor. So something I would suggest doing is saying, outside of like the universe has my back, I would say, this is happening for me, not to me, because sometimes we can get into that mindset of things happening to me. This happened to me, that happened to me, when it's like, no, this is actually happening for you. So again, today's collective energy was trust. So obviously that's still coming through for you. So I've been talking about you getting out in nature. I'm feeling like this evergreen forest thing going on. So if you can't get outside, you can't get that fresh air, I still think you should. But maybe work with some essential oils, like an evergreen or something like that. And I think there's something coming up for you in relation to Christmas too. So again, readings are 35 Canadian for 15 over Zoom, 15 minutes, which is awesome. A little sale I'm doing till the 30th. I'm also doing 3-question readings for only 10 Canadian sent over to your emails, and that's written in case you're wanting to go deeper. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being a subscriber here, and thank you for sharing this out as well. All right, Tina, are you in here? Bianca's back. Bianca, we can go back to you if you like. We'll put you back on the list. Put a winter mint smelling wax on today. Okay. Well, this, okay. Tina, do you have a question, or do you want me to just focus in on what's going on? Let me know. Welcome in, guys. These are free outside of subscribers as well. We just do our subscribers first. Okay. And we spend a little bit more time on them. Hello, Katrina. It's like a sweet pine smell. I like the natural candles and waxes. I make natural candles and things like that, and but it's at least it's like giving you this scent. But I'm getting for you essential oil. So just make sure that those are pure. Otherwise, it's not going to have the same effect on you, right? Because you're using it for healing. So anybody that wants to purchase a natural candle for me as well, that might be a good idea too. And I set intentions with them. All right, so Katrina, I'm putting you on the list, and then we're gonna work on Tina, and then if Bianca wants to come back in, she can. So this is you, Katrina. Really to have, okay, yeah, I have a lot of natural. All right, so definitely get that up your nose. If you can't go outside for some reason, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but alrighty. So, because it's so easy, that was again related to our today's energy reading. Make sure you check that out. So if somebody's like, yeah, you really need to go outside, then it's like you could just do that now. But again, it becomes piled up on the to-do list and that sort of thing. So it's like, okay, you don't have to, but making sure that you're replacing that energy with something. It's cool. Yeah. So again, that's, you know, yeah, you're going to internalize things more if you don't, and that's fine, right? So give yourself maybe 10 minutes out there. Alrighty. So Tina. All right. So Tina, you are the pretty in pink. I'm planning on putting our Christmas lights up today. We had a bonfire last night outside. Oh, nice. Yeah, so maybe that's where the Christmas energy was coming through, but maybe it's the other people around you also when I say to bring in those essential oils. So Tina, yes, pink is very good for you. So one of the things that's coming up is I feel like you're not being heard. Okay? It's funny, you have the in here, right? You've got the in, if you see that. But you're not being heard. You're like trying to help people, you're doing all the things. People just ain't listening to you, girl. So are you pissed off, frustrated? Because I was feeling that way when I went on pause. I was feeling a lot of like negative emotions. Or where are you at with all of that? Because I feel like this is just like a little theme that's happening. Again, you could really benefit from a quick 15-minute clearings and healings with me, as well as a membership group. I would say, Tina, if money is tough for you right now, if you came in as a beginner in the membership group, we're doing the weekly energy and we're doing new moon readings, theta healing downloads, and rituals as well. So even just, I think, to get you manifesting a bit more, there's programs and workshops in there too. I don't really feel like you need so much the workshops as much as it is the clearings and healings. If you're a pro or VIP in my membership group, you get to email me up to 5 times a month. And when I go to do the uploads, I do healings and clearings around your energy as well, which is another huge perk. But the reason why this is coming through is what's going on in terms of how you're being heard. Does any of this make sense to you? Because you've got this such a beautiful energy. Don't know if it's the children, if it's you not listening to yourself, but there's something going on around the being heard and listening. Let me know if this relates to you, Tina, please. Yeah, it's not being heard by my kids. Okay. Yeah. So in terms of productivity, okay, one of the things that I get for you is actually when you slow down and you do a little bit less, okay, and start a little bit more fresh, like get a reset kind of thing, I think then they'll have no other choice. But it's almost like, when you keep giving and people aren't respecting you, why do you keep giving? You know what I mean? It's like, well, you're not respecting me. Why am I going to give to you? It's just simple. And this is not the case for you. I know this. But when you have kids that are spoiled, right? And you're like, oh my God, they're such spoiled kids. They lack gratitude. They lack appreciation. Oh, here's your new car. So as a parent, like you know this, but you're not doing anything about it. So it's kind of when we sit in that, yeah, we complain, but again, we're not changing the circumstances. So I would say pull back and slow down and get a reset, and then you'll find that this energy is going to move. Okay. Hi, Jess. Welcome in. I can put your name on the list. Do you guys see anything in that? So it's funny. Over here's our collective energy, and then like the free readings we were doing, and then here's our subscriber energy, which they kind of have a little more fire in their eyes, like a little Martian. Yes, nothing changes if nothing changes. Correct. Yes. So just something to ponder on. Again, we'll come in and get some healings and clearings. Amazing sale. I see an apron. Very cool. Yes. So with Thanksgiving, maybe people are baking today in the kitchen a little bit more. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to learn how to cook. Do you guys have any New Year's resolutions yet? I have a new program coming up in January 4th, so it's something to help people get on track with their goals. So we're going to be doing all of the things that I do in that program, and so for an hour and a half, we're just going to be basically supporting you in that group setting. Recordings will be there for VIPs as well as you guys, especially if you miss something, you can still get support. Angel. So, Angel, I had a dream about a guy named Angel who's like getting readings from me. These a couple 15-minute readings over the phone. So, guys, if you don't want to do Zoom, we can do over the phone as well. So, happy Thanksgiving. Volcanoes and dinosaur, love that. I see a shopping cart with wine bottles in it. Oh, interesting. I love good wine. One thing I've been thinking about is we have a wine fridge. I wanted to fill that up. Volcanoes, again, travel energy. I was getting Jamaican vibes over here, food. So maybe some people are traveling today as well, right? And we're talking about premonitions over here as well. If you were a person who has premonitions, like those gut instincts, it's kind of feeling like that energy for some people. Okay, so Angel, we'll put you on the list. And I believe we are into all things. All things Vicky. Love Jamaica, yes. Jamaica is actually, I feel like this is also related to my husband and I because we're going to South Africa, but we are supposed to be buying our tickets like last week and we just keep not doing that. But Jamaica's that's both on our list as well. So I feel like we should plan a 2025 trip to Jamaica just because we both really want to go. So manifestation, maybe that's coming up for you guys, that using those visual techniques, right? Okay, so all things, one of the things that comes up for you, free flow, no question, absolutely. So you've got like the yellow hat, okay? So accessories for some reason are coming up for you. It feels like there's sometimes you have distractions which feel really unhealthy. It's like your energy might like kind of like a little ADD. It's like, oh, look, squirrel, look how pretty that is. And then other times I feel like you're drawing a lot of positive attention to you because of your unique qualities and things like that. So I would say just keep your energy focused and positive right now and bring more good vibes back into yourself. I think you're a person who gives a lot very freely, very openly, but again, it's kind of like just taking a little time right now where it is a holiday to give back to yourself. You know, we'll give a lot of our energy away. So you and Tina are kind of like vibing in this little Martian guy here too, I feel, right? It's like if we want to change something, we've got to put more energy into that, right? And I totally relate to that. I was just saying about the us buying our plane tickets. It's like one foot in front of the other, and so our collective energy for today was working more in the now, and that came up for people last night as well, and money was definitely coming up. So there you go. Alrighty, so we're gonna put Luli in here as well if you want to get on the list. So Katrina, you are next. And then Angel. And I believe Jess was floating around here as well. I might have missed her. I'm wondering about this guy I met yesterday. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So, Lily, that's how you're getting smeared in here. Let me know if you see anything, guys. These are just crappy little markers that were thrown on canvas. Hi, Georgie. Look at him. He's getting into everything. Say hello, buddy. Working with some inner child energy today, Luli. I feel like that very much suits you guys. Now I'm kind of seeing like a monster in here, or an ape or a monkey with like a little party hat on, trying to jump out of like a cake or out of a situation, which is interesting. Yeah. So Katrina, one of the things that comes up here, because your energy was like just tucked away in here, it feels like forgiveness work is really coming in really strongly for you, because the reason why this is coming up is because it's like you're working on love. And it feels like it's super important to feel like you've healed things from the past, and it'll just increase your ability to love someone else. Because I think you are really working on yourself, but I think there's still a few things from your past that are holding you back from truly meeting the one. So he lives in my building. I'm wondering if we're going to have a relationship. No, I don't feel that you will, because again, I feel like this is something to kind of clear and work on, because you want to attract the one, not someone. So I think you're attracting someone, but if you're looking for the one, I don't feel that this is your person. So forgiveness work. If you're in my VIP membership, there's lots of stuff in there. You can come in for a 15-minute. You can ask, how can I work more on forgiveness, in a 3-question reading, which is $10 Canadian, which is awesome. But for some reason, this is also related to you, this little doodle thing here. It feels like you're working on self-love a bit too, but it's like you might not want other people to know, almost like that you're doing healing on yourself. I don't know. It almost feels like a secret. So there is no shame in, first of all, if you need therapy, there's no shame. If you need help, there's no shame. So I don't know if you have shame around not being able to do things all by yourself or what, or if it's related to money, but there's definitely something going on there as well. Okay, so keep working on that. You're doing awesome. It's gonna happen. I'm here. Okay, Jess. So yeah, Jess, I feel like we skipped over you. So I just want to go back if Jess was before Angel. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I feel like you were way up here. So Jess and then Angel, okay? So Jess, do you have an area of focus, or would you like me to just go into your energy? If you want to subscribe, guys, you can get on the list. Otherwise, we'll just pull people out once all of our subscribers are good here. Happy Thanksgiving if you're new coming in. Just commented. Okay, I'm gonna go back because I was looking up there. Wondering what will happen with Daniel and I regarding our friendship. Okay. So it sounds like you might be wondering if like there's gonna be more coming from that, or right now you just want me to check in with the energy, so we'll do that. Okay. I don't know, it feels like there's like heaviness. More happened. Okay. I can't keep track of anybody's stories, guys. Like, I would say Tina's the only person in here who I actually know, uh, who I've met in person once and who I've worked with in a group setting, in a class, and stuff like that. But other than that, I cannot keep track of anybody's stuff. And I still don't even really know Tina's stuff, but just like a little bit more grasp on it. So just wanting to know where we stand. Okay. So you were in this area. Connecting to sharks and dolphins for some reason. So sharks to me represent fear, and dolphins represent joy. And so when it comes to this relationship, it feels like it's supposed to be joy. Like friendships are like playing with dolphins and riding dolphins and things like that, right? And then the second you start to add the other shit in there, it can get really complicated, and then all of a sudden there's sharks when you go out in the water. You know what I mean? Fear wasn't there before. So I'm getting to uplift your mood, focus more on joy. Honestly, it just feels like anxiety around this. We both just realized we kind of like each other. Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of like anxiety around this. And so, yeah, if you can bring it back into the purpose, which is like you guys have fun together and keep that energy really like smooth, then you're all good. Okay. But don't let that fear and anxiety creep in. That's what's going to kind of create um, more obstacles on your path. Okay. So keep the purpose of being together is you have fun. Okay. I can't say that enough. So bring it back into that, right? We don't like all the heavy stuff attached to that. So yes, definitely you could. I would do the 3-question reading for you and ask a bit more about how to get more support with that. If you want to click my link tree, you can find that under purchase readings and products as well. And I have herbs for sale as well. I sell herbal tinctures for anyone who's looking for health products as well. Yes. Okay. Cool. So Angel, my apologies about the order there, guys. So do you guys see anything in this? And then we've got a little random patch over here. So guys, just so you know, if you're hopping in here, first of all, let me know what you're grateful for. I'd love to hear it if you see anything in the picture. We're going through our subscribers, and then we focus on if there's other people asking in here. Again, if you want to subscribe, we're always guaranteed a reading and healing. And my goal here is to come on at 11 o'clock for the next little bit, just to get a little consistency with my schedule, but I'll hop in whenever, okay? So, Angel, are you here? Bianca, are you here? I know Luli's here. All right, so Angel, if you're there, just let us know, okay? So Luli, one thing that comes up here for you, you were kind of like smeared all over here. Angel was in here, this green dripping down. And again, I had a dream about someone named Angel twice getting this reading, only she was male, not female, which is interesting. So for you, it feels like you're ready to make your mark known. Like you said, you're wanting to like go bigger, go bigger. And so actually some of the energy that's coming through today for a lot of people is it is time to get out more in that community setting. It's time to join bigger groups, bigger communities, bigger things. We're ready. You're ready. But again, sometimes it might be like, oh, I don't want to step on somebody's toes, or, you know, who am I to like step into this bigger light, that sort of thing. And I'm getting that you're worthy and deserving. You're finally getting out of what I feel like a dark dungeon, you know, trapped emotions of a relationship that you were in and some suppressed energy, and now it's like time to shine. So it's like, don't be afraid. There was a energy here about taking more risk today as well. That's really important. So maybe that's something you could do. But I feel like, yeah, just get outside of the house too if you're able to. That feels important. But it's time to express yourself just a little bit more. You've got a lot to give. You're very talented. And so it's time to, yeah, vocalize, like literally talk about the things and get out there. So I don't know if you do live videos, but maybe that's something you could start doing if you're not doing, and that would be helpful for you, okay? Again, if you need support, I'm totally there for you. I think Angel might not be here. And then, did we have anybody else? Bianca, are you in there? Otherwise, we'll get to some people's questions here. I just trust what the universe brings to me. I just see this like party animal jumping out of a thing. Is Brandon gonna call me and ask me to spend Thanksgiving with him? Getting a no. Thank you very much. Yes, I've been organizing our space because right now we are living at my in-laws while we're building, just in the process of building. So it's been quite the journey. So I've just been kind of creating a nest, so bringing out more creativity with my plants and attempting to get more light in this space and space for my yoga and yeah, just making things happier. So that's kind of what I'm doing today. My husband's going to come home early to watch football, so he's all excited because football's his absolute favorite thing in the world. Did I make the right decision to leave my relationship? I'm getting you made a good decision, right? I don't want to say this was a right or the wrong decision, but I think it was good for you. You probably did that because of blah blah blah. So, yes, it's like the universe does support some of your decisions are around that, but again, if you need more support, let me know. Is it over with Stacy and I? I don't feel that. I don't feel it's like completely over. But again, maybe there's just some energy that needs to be talked about. Is Akeem suffering for what he did? I don't feel that way. And I hope we never want somebody to suffer, right? So always sending people good vibes no matter what the situation is. We never want to put out like just because we're angry or upset about something, we never want something bad to happen to somebody. And I'll use myself you're welcome, as an example. Hello, Aaron. We can put your name down here if you like. Hi, we're just doing some intuitive, I don't know, marker play. So put your name down if you wanna. We'll see what comes through for you. Get some beautiful energy. Message from the spirits. Okay. Well, what I get here, George. All right, just one sec, guys. I need to. My dog is eating. What's he eating here? My husband's underwear because he like has so much underwear. I had to throw it here. Ah 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 ah. Figured you'd rather look at the dog than the pause button here. All right. So yeah, one of the things that comes up here with you is it does feel like it's time. Thank you. It does feel like it's time for a little bit more play and fun. That's kind of why I'm doing this, because it feels like I feel like times have been a little rough for you. Even if you don't feel that way right now, it just feels like it's still past related. And I think because I do feel like you're just such a kind person. Like, I'm kind of getting you deserve the best. So it's like if you want to travel more, if there's some things like you want to do, that's kind of been coming up for everybody, kind of start tapping into that a bit more, like manifest it, bring it into fruition, because I feel like life's too short, as you know, to like not focus on the things that you want to do. So have you been wanting to travel more, or do you travel a lot? Because that energy feels really great for you. You know, I just feel like you've got a lot of beautiful, beautiful energy, and you kind of brighten up a lot of other people's lives. You might not give yourself enough credit. I kind of get that you might be a little humble. Yeah, so I kind of feel like prioritize, like, it could be like sometimes people don't realize like a vacation close to home is still a form of travel. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be a big faraway place. For instance, I live in New Brunswick, Canada. I'm from Nova Scotia. And so just going like back to Nova Scotia can be a travel experience for me. Going to visit some family, or planning on going to a like these rustic. It's called La Solitude, so it's like a place where people do silent retreats and meditation, so I can go and write. And again, that's in the province of New Brunswick. So I'm kind of seeing that for you. Like, I'm getting some island vibes, but I'm also getting like exploring more of your own land and place where you live, and walking more too. So I'm not sure if you get an opportunity to, really go out freely to walk, or if you're always going to a destination, but I kind of feel like If you want to bring a buddy with you, that's great, or not, but it's just get out there, explore a little bit more. There's a whole big, huge world. And again, even if it's just near you, that's okay too. And maybe try something different. That's why, thank you very much, Amanda. That's why we're really getting that taking more risk and doing things more in the now rather than later, because shit can happen. Hiking is my favorite hobby. Okay, it's funny because I was seeing, when I was thinking of walking, I was feeling like you were a hiker. So this makes sense because hiking, yes, there's a destination, but it's usually to see something like really beautiful, but it's also very freeing because it's not like you're walking in a city going to work. It's completely different, right? So yeah, just freeing your mind a little bit more and exploring a bit more and inviting that closer to your now rather than later, because I find if we put that to the wayside, again, we can find ourselves, I don't know, getting into a weird way. Okay, so nature helps cleanse my energy. Yeah, so definitely keep doing that. But again, maybe new spots that you haven't explored yet, or with family or visiting family or something like that. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful. Thanks so much for letting me read your energy. This is really pretty. That was kind of where I was starting to feel like the island energy here of like water and nice landscape. Because when I hike, anyway, I like to do like coastal stuff. Anyway, it's very beautiful where I live. So there you go. So Amanda, what would you like to focus on since you're a gifter? Thank you so much for being here, guys. Again, happy Thanksgiving to anyone new hopping in here. What are you grateful for? Thank you for the read. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. A lot of worry coming up. Okay, Amanda, spiritual. All right, let's give you some marker. So we got an Aaron with an A, and then we've got an Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. And we've got an Amanda with an A. I love using marker on canvas. Let me know if you guys see anything. So I'm just going to stop there for you, Amanda. So one thing I'm getting is study and learning for spiritual right now feels significant to you. I think that it will help you with healing in general, learning how to heal yourself a bit more. I feel like, I don't know if you're tied down to something or you feel trapped, whether it's financially or emotionally, but it just feels like there's a little bit of a feeling of being kind of stuck to either where you are or your circumstances or your lifestyle. And I kind of feel like this is just like a moment in time. Like I feel like we need to turn the canvas and see if you see anything when we do that. So again, these were my free readings in the daily energy, and then these were like for subscribers. So I feel like you would enjoy being a subscriber. Do you see anything in that? I see the letter E. Does the letter E have any? I see a bird. Cool. And birds tell us that we're supported, right? So birds represent freedom. Birds can be very spiritual, right? And so what type of bird do you see? And now I'm seeing like a fish, which is funny because people probably don't see what I see, but birds, fish, so like the energy of wildlife. And again, freedom is just kind of coming up for you. It feels like you're waiting to feel free. And again, that came up in the daily energy of living more in the now and last night. So I can't help but feel like, again, we've got to take risks. We've got to go do the thing. See a comet. Very cool. So a lot of outdoor energy, right? We were seeing that with Tink's energy, and she's like, it's too cold. And it's like, okay, but you know what? When there's energy that's calling you in, obviously you need to listen to that yourself. So Amanda, the fact that you're seeing these things tells me that you're very intuitive. But I also think sometimes you might do things because you're upset or you're angry. Like I kind of get that you might be a little reactive. So Spirit wants you to focus more on your reactions because they want you to be productive with your energy. So if you're like, I'm not going to do this because, it's almost like this kind of stubborn energy or this fixation that you get caught up in or trapped in. Okay, so again, you could really benefit from a 15-minute Zoom call. You could benefit from literally anything I have, but definitely the membership group. But I would go at least pro for you, because I think, yeah, dipping into some of these healings and clearings could be beneficial. Awesome, Amanda. Yeah, so I like your profile picture there as well. So, and you've got some like tiger color. Do you know what I mean? So that's usually about that strength and discipline that we need at this time. So guys, are you guys spending time with your families today? You're welcome. I can't wait to work with you. Thank you for being here. Are you, yes, leadership. Okay, perfect. Yes, just overcoming those little obstacles, because sometimes we're more resilient than we realize. That was kind of coming up with Aaron's energy too, of just having been through a lot. Sometimes I think we forget, like, holy shit, I've been through a lot. So, well, I have 21 out of my 500 roses. Thank you. I'm in Canada. No Thanksgiving here. Yes, I'm in New Brunswick. Currently with my kids and about to make breakfast for me. Good for you. Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. So, I love that. All right. So, anybody else here looking for a message? I think I saw somebody asking there. Diamond Girl, we'll focus on you, okay? So I feel like going back over to not subscriber energy, free people, and daily energy. I don't know if you for them. Oh, awesome. I'm not sure if you watch my daily messages. I'm doing my best just to get out as many videos as I can. If I can't get it out every day, or it might be like general messages, but it does feel like I'm tuning into the people that will be watching, so trust that. And again, my YouTube channel also provides so many free resources, guys, so please support me there as well. The fact that there's an X here, Diamond Girl, let me know if you're here, please, if I'm doing a reading for you. Please tap that screen, guys. It's really helpful for me as well. Share this out if you want to. This X, for some reason, the X marks the spot is coming through. So I'm seeing this as like somebody who's trying to map out. So Diamond Girl, are you here, first of all? Regardless, this message is for someone who's trying to map out their life right now. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this way, and then I'm going to do that way. And it's kind of like, it's not meant to be that way. Sometimes we're not meant to know everything, first of all. And then the other part is we're not meant to really map it all out. If you believe that there's a map of life for us, a life path, then we've got to use our spiritual gifts and our guides to help us, just like a dog would. We've got to sniff, sniff, sniff. Use your nose, right? Deer, I feel like deer are like fairly blind too, right? So they're like always trying to use their senses. So as we're seeing this connection to all this wildlife, think about how animals survive. Well, we are, as humans, are very much like animals, right? We are in need of these senses to strengthen them. So what is diminishing your light, and what is dimming your sources? What is disconnecting you from source? And so I think everybody could benefit from that, because it's like, oh, there's a message in here, right? There's something underneath this layer. Maybe it's unconscious. Maybe it's something I need to analyze. I need to break this down, but I've got to stop to say, okay, how do I decode this? What's going on here? And if it's just like, whatever, it's just a big smear, it's like, okay, to you it is, but to me it's something else. So again, it's how we're interpreting and decoding information. I keep seeing lots of animals. Very cool. Yeah. So, in my signs and symbols program that I have underneath my VIP membership, we work a lot on like how to read energy, right? So there's signs and symbols literally in everything. Right now there's 6 on the screen, 7 on the screen. So 6 represents balance. We're all working on balancing our right and our left side of our brain, right? To keep us alive, and then also to help us thrive. 7 is a representation of spirituality, which a lot of people are coming in here, how can I improve my spirituality? And a big thing is often, again, we've got to slow down, right? So if we're in go, 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 we're not going to catch those signs. So, and when we add 7 and 6, we get 13, which is a new start, brand new beginnings. As someone's asking if they're pregnant. And then also like the creativity, is you're seeing me playing more with that inner child energy, right? Helping people make decisions. And so that was also coming up for today's energy in here. It does feel like there's some decisions to make. Okay, so we don't need to know everything. And so sometimes when we want to know everything, that can take the joy out of the journey. So guys, if you feel like you're having a hard time trusting and things like that, I can help you develop some of these skills. But it's also just your job, maybe it's to prioritize that. Maybe you already have these gifts and you're just forgetting about them. So I know for myself, painting is something I want to pick up and learn. So I might be playing with this more if you guys like it. So yeah, it's kind of different, kind of cool. All right, guys, I will be coming back on. So please make sure you're following. And I hope you have an amazing day if I don't speak with you again. And I really, really appreciate all the love and support here. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.